So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront, and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So one of the things I see so many folks have a hard time doing, and they're asking how to do more of it, is take action. You've heard that before. Take action. Massive imperfect action. Take action. That's how you get stuff done. But how do you do it easily? Today, a 4-step process different than you've heard before. And at the other side of that, I'll tell you how I use it to really extend it beyond today into way into tomorrow. Going to be an awesome show. I'm glad you're here. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. My mission is very simple. I want to make this automatic for you. I know you have dreams and ideas. I know you have challenges and you have stress. All that happens every single day. You get out of bed, it's going to happen. That's life. Put a smile on your face and learn to deal with it. That's kind of what we have to do, right? And those that do actually are very, very happy, and I want you to be that way. But my mission on this show every single day is not only teach you a few things, give you some ideas you can use today and tomorrow and the next day, but also to make it automatic for you, to kind of get inside your head, to take you on a journey and maybe rewire you just a little bit. So, in fact, if I had my dream, you would listen daily, and at the end of it, something would stick with you, and then tomorrow, and then the next day, and the next day, and beyond that, it just keeps on going, and your life changes. Does that sound cool? I've done it 16 years now. It seems to work fairly well. How are you? My name is Scott Smith, founder and Chief Motivating Officer here at motivationtomove.com. I am grateful you are here today. In my hands, I have the final laid out copy of the book that I wrote a couple of months back. Getting ready to go to marketing. It goes on sale October 4th. I'll tell you more as we get to that. And also remind you to get over to my Facebook page at dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook and join me there. Say hi. Love to meet you. So let's talk about this action thing. This taking action thing. Easily in life. Simple formula. It's easy to do, to get what you want, enjoy the process, and ensure that it lasts for a lifetime. And isn't that the key? You want to get things going well. You want to figure out how to do it. Get yourself to do what you say you're going to do. Hey, I'm the boss of me. I can do this. Why didn't you do it? I don't know. I told myself to do it, but then I didn't. It's because you're the boss of you. You have the choice. You can decide, and you just decided not to. But the bottom line is, if there's something you want in your life, you're going to have to go create it. Nobody is coming to save you. I mean that only in the most possible way, most positive way, I should say. Because everything that you want to do that's happening inside your head that you are trying to figure out, nobody can answer how to do that. We can give you ideas. I can mentor you. I can chat with you. I can say, come on, let's go. But at the end of the day, you got to work at it yourself, right? So when you work this out, when you understand the process, and also when you understand how other people think that maybe have done this before you and maybe better than you and do it every single day consistently, man, you can change your life and you can make it last an entire lifetime. So what do we do here? If we want to take action, let's go back to some basics, go through a couple steps here. When I get to the end, I'll tell you my actual mindset that I wrap up behind how I do this and why my thinking is the way it is every single day. It's a bit contrarian to what most people think. About 80% of the world doesn't think the way I do. I know, because I meet them all the time, and they're different than I am. I'm sure they think the same thing about me, too. All right, number one, you've heard this before. If you want to get more done, you've got to get clarity. You've got to clearly define what you want. If you don't clearly define it, you have some cognitive dissonance going on. You're confused. Or as Scott likes to say, Scott being me, using Scott logic, you're sitting on the fence getting splinters in your ass, assuming you have a white picket fence someplace you can sit on. When you don't know your path, when you don't know the direction you're heading, you're going to drift and you're going to be frustrated, and that's how it is. So if you don't have clarity, you can stop right here. That's what you got to get. Just make a decision, just decide, cut everything else off and do it. Number one thing that you have to do. You can't move any further without clarity, so work on that, okay? And give it time to. It takes time to come to. So number two, once we get that done, once we understand where we're headed, I got an idea, this is what I'm going to do, I have decided, off I go, then we have what I like to call accurate thinking, or the Stoics called accurate or adequate information. So this is kind of the same thing to me. I'll give you both terms. Accurate thinking or adequate information. Adequate information assumes that we've got enough to do the job. We don't have too much, no information overload. But accurate thinking means once we pull that information from all the stuff that's out there to us, we're accurately thinking and processing it. It assumes that you're getting that correct information. You double check and you confirm that you've got the right information. Then you move forward. You don't move forward before that. You make sure you know what to do. Now, how long should you wait? How sure should you be? 70%. That's about it. That's all you need. You don't need to be 90. Don't need to be 95. You'll never do it. You need to be about 70% ready to go. The more accurate your understanding of your plan, when you get to that 70% bar, the more comfortable you're going to be to move forward. In fact, I would almost wager, in fact, I will wager $1 that if you can accurately and with clarity know where you're heading, you just go do it. There'll be nothing can hold you back. So the next step that I always go to is something called leverage. Because who wants to do it by themselves all the time? Now, you are responsible for getting this train out of the station. But the truth is you want some leverage. So you may think you can do all the heavy lifting yourself to get it done, and you're going to have to do a lot of it. No doubt about that. But why should you do it all by yourself? If you can get there faster, is there a way for you to leverage every action you're going to take for a maximum result? Can you find somebody to help you? Is there a process you can learn? Can you get some training that will help you systemize how you're going to go forward? We'll talk about more of that in a minute here. Is there a way for you to leverage what you're doing? Can you use computers and automation to get what you want? Are there people who can make phone calls for you? Is there something that you can do to leverage your action so when you go forward, when you know exactly what you're going to do, that now you're moving faster because you're leveraged? You want to be able to do that. Leverage is one of the greatest tools in life if you know how to use it. Trying it to do yourself, man, with no leverage, that's hard. Finally, systemization. So we get clarity, we get accurate thinking, we start to leverage what we're doing, and then we're systemizing. You want to create a ritualized action to move you closer to what you want. So that's the first level of systemization. So once I know what I'm going to do and the actions I'm going to take, the steps I'm going to take, do them every day or every week, whatever it comes to you for you, okay? Figure out those steps you're going to take, figure out the system you're going to do, and darn it, just do it. That's it. If you're going to go on a diet and lose some weight, and you're going to eat 1,500 calories a day like I did when I lost 37 pounds, I just did it. Pure and simple. Every single day, I had a diet, I had a method, I had timing, I just did it, I didn't care. Result, lost the weight, got in shape, changed everything. And amazing, my hair got darker too. I don't know how that happened. One place I go to after this, so we get some clarity, we get accurate thinking, we have adequate information. I can't overstate that enough. There's so much information out there now. You've got to get the adequate information and make sure you're accurately thinking about it. building some leverage into what you're doing so you're not on this on your own and you make faster progress, and then systemization. So this is the mindset that I use when I do anything. It makes me a bit of a contrarian. In fact, even in the motivational, inspirational, personal development world that I live in, practical advice using Scott Logic, I'm a contrarian because I'm a results-oriented guy. I don't do anything one time. If I'm going to do it one time, I'm going to stop and say, how do I systemize it so I can do it forever, every single day? And most importantly, how can I get something else to do it for me every single day? I set up the systems in advance so I can automate if I can. I can delegate automatically if possible. In other words, I do the hard, heavy lifting to take that action very, very early on. The clarity, the accurate thinking, the leverage I need to make sure I get there. But then once I systemize it, I want to make sure it keeps going automatically forever without me ever touching it. Everything I've done here for the past 16 years, running this company, all these 60 million downloads, whatever I've got these days, it's a ton, 12,000 episodes, the whole thing. Every bit of it happened, yes, one day at a time, but mostly because the system is 90% automated on the back end that allows the whole thing to keep moving forward and keep growing continuously. All right, I can spend a whole lot of time on this, and I do with a lot of my coaching calls. I can't do a whole lot today. We just don't have the time on a 9-minute podcast, but I hope you got the gist of it. Think of it differently. Get out of that box. Be different than everybody else. Don't be the 80%. Be the 20%. Get it down to simplicity, simplify it, and watch what happens. It's like putting money in the bank and letting it compound again and again and again and again. You want to see me on YouTube? You can see my old videos. Just go to dailyboostpodcast.com/YouTube. You can see me with darker, full, beautiful hair about 9 years ago. I'm going to take those away any day, and the new channel starts to operate, and this show goes on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel as well. I'll let you know when that happens, okay? Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Daily Boost.